Y'all, things just got serious, like real serious.
Sure. Here's a rewritten, simplified, and expanded version of the story in natural, human-like language. I've removed repetitive words, corrected grammar and punctuation, and brought the tone closer to what you'd hear in a dramatic but relatable conversation. The shocking truth about Chrissy Lampkin, Jim Jones, and Mama Jones. A story full of secrets, illness, and betrayal. Something serious just came to light, and it's got everyone talking. Mama Jones, yes, Jim Jones's outspoken and fiery mother, has finally come forward with jaw-dropping news about Chrissy Lampkin. And this isn't just the usual drama we're used to seeing on reality TV. What she revealed is way deeper. We're talking about hidden secrets, a devastating illness, and emotions running so high they could tear a family apart. It turns out Chrissy might be battling leukemia. That's right. This isn't just gossip. If the reports are true, Chrissy has been fighting a life-threatening illness in complete silence. Jim Jones, the man she's been with for over 10 years, was reportedly left completely in the dark. And now, Mama Jones is putting everything on blast. She's speaking out after years of suspicion, and what she's saying has the entire entertainment world stunned. Let's rewind for a moment. Chrissy and Jim have always had a rocky relationship. If you've ever watched Love and Hip Hop, you know exactly what I mean. They've been engaged for over a decade, but somehow, there's still no wedding. Just drama, arguments, and a lot of unresolved tension, especially with Mama Jones in the mix. From the beginning, Mama Jones never liked Chrissy. She even went as far as to say, "You'll never be my daughter-in-law." That scene. It went viral for a reason, but now things are more serious than ever before. According to multiple sources, Chrissy has been quietly dealing with leukemia. She never told her fans, she never told her closest friends, and the most shocking part, she didn't even tell Jim. That's right, her longtime partner had no idea. So how does something this serious stay hidden for so long? Well, here's where things start getting messy. Apparently, Chrissy started acting different. She stopped going to events and was barely seen in public. If you know Chrissy, you know she used to love the spotlight. Red carpets, parties, public appearances. She lived for it. But suddenly, she disappeared. She started wearing wigs more often and lost a noticeable amount of weight. Fans were quick to notice and began leaving comments online asking, "Chrissy, are you okay?" That's when Mama Jones's suspicions really kicked in. You already know she doesn't trust Chrissy. She's accused her of being after Jim's money, of manipulating him, and even of trying to pull him away from his own mother. So, when Chrissy's behavior changed, Mama Jones started digging. And what she found changed everything. She allegedly went through Jim's things and discovered medical documents, test results, doctor's notes, lab reports, all pointing to one thing. Chrissy had leukemia. Now the big question, why didn't Jim know? Why didn't Chrissy tell the man she spent years building a life with? Sources claim she tried to act like nothing was wrong. She kept posting cheerful pictures, smiling on Instagram, and brushing off her symptoms by saying she just had a cold. But let's be real, a cold doesn't cause sudden hair loss. A cold doesn't lead to secret treatments, and it definitely doesn't require off-the-record hospital visits. So why hide it? There are a few theories. First, Chrissy may have wanted to protect her image. Reality stars often try to look strong no matter what. Being seen as sick or fragile might have made her feel weak, or worse, vulnerable in a world that feeds off appearances. Second, maybe she was afraid Jim wouldn't handle it well. Their relationship has always had its ups and downs. Maybe she feared he'd pull away or cheat if he saw her in a weakened state. Third, and maybe most likely, she didn't want Mama Jones to know. Imagine dealing with a life-threatening illness and having to face someone who's been doubting you from day one. Mama Jones would have taken that information and used it to fuel her claims that Chrissy was never right for her son. But then came the moment Jim finally found out. And it broke him. People close to him say he was devastated. This is a man who's always been confident, always flexing in his music and interviews. But when the truth hit him, he shut down. He reportedly sat in his car for hours, crying, not knowing who to call or how to deal with the thought that Chrissy might not make it. And just when you'd think they'd grow closer in such a difficult time, Chrissy did the opposite. She pushed Jim away. She refused to talk about her illness. She didn't let him go to appointments. She even started sleeping in a separate room. Jim was left hurt, confused, and desperate to understand what was going on. Some believe Chrissy just didn't know how to handle her diagnosis. Others think she didn't want Jim to suffer alongside her. But then, things took an even darker turn. There's a rumor going around that Chrissy's illness might not be natural. Yes, you read that right. Some people believe someone may have intentionally made her sick. It sounds like a wild conspiracy, but the whispers are getting louder, especially after a familiar face resurfaced. Tahiri. A few months ago, Tahiri and Jim were seen at the same event. Not long after that, Chrissy's health took a turn for the worse. Now, no one's pointing fingers directly, but the timing raised eyebrows. Tahiri has a history of being around messy situations, and this one's no different. But wait, there's more. Apparently, large amounts of Jim's money have mysteriously disappeared. We're not talking small cash here. We're talking millions. Mama Jones got suspicious again and started investigating. And what she found? Some of that missing money was being used for private medical care for Chrissy. Quiet payments, off-the-record treatments, and hush-hush deals. If Chrissy really does have leukemia, then why the need for secrecy? Why the private clinics? Why wasn't this handled through normal hospitals? And here's the chilling part. Some insiders say the money wasn't just for treatment. It might have been hush money. That means someone out there knows something dangerous. And Jim could be paying to keep them silent. What if this isn't just about cancer? What if someone targeted Chrissy? Some believe Chrissy may have been involved in shady dealings before she got sick. Illegal business, dirty money, maybe even ties to the streets. Chrissy has always had a strong, no-nonsense image, but that doesn't mean she wasn't taking risks behind the scenes. Now people are asking, did she cross the wrong person? Did someone decide to get revenge? The theories are endless. Maybe it's someone from Jim's past. Maybe it's someone Chrissy trusted. Or maybe this is part of something much bigger, something planned and dangerous. Sources say Jim knew something, was wrong long before Mama Jones found out. He was acting off. He looked stressed, paranoid even. That could explain the private hospital visits, the hidden bills, and the mysterious behavior. He might not just be trying to protect Chrissy from the public, but from whoever could be threatening her behind closed doors. The scariest part? Mama Jones had no clue until she started asking questions herself. If Jim really is hiding something this